We should ban the word AI. The industry is really boring. It's rigged so that the people who care have already all left the building.
Phone 4B went to market. What has been the response?
On launch day, it did double our target. I feel we might sell it too cheap. Now we're about to hit this tipping point, so I have to win. Do you play pool much?
No, not really.
What's that?
Just a little something I bought.
But you don't play pool?
No.
Why do you have one of these? Do these give you an advantage?
All right, Carl. Normally in these videos we get a bit of a business update from you, cover some of the latest news from the company. Because it's been so long, I went back through your posts on X, so I'm going to hit you with a few questions from there.
Okay. Oh, what?
Come on. Back in March, you did a post about how there's lots of new people discovering nothing in 2026. What do you think the big reason for that was?
I think it takes some time to reach a tipping point. Maybe when we launched the Phone 1 or the Ear 1, people saw us online and they didn't take it seriously. And then, we've been around for a couple of years. You've seen the diffusion curve. In the beginning, it's like the innovators who buy something, and then it's the early adopters, and then it's the early majority. So as you progress, you get people who are more and more skeptical to new things, who need more time. So I think that's kind of the journey that we've also been on. On one hand, it's good for business, but also we gotta be careful to not lose track of what we stand for as a company and a brand. But yeah, overall, it's pretty positive on the business side.
And then in April, there was a post about signing a lease for a space in San Fran. Why do we need a space over there?
The US is a market that's been growing really quickly for us. We want to double down. We want to be more present in the US. San Francisco is also where a lot of new tech gets made. We should be a part of that ecosystem as well. So we got a space. It's kind of like a landing pad. So if anybody travels there, we can work out of there. After we don't need the landing pad anymore, like when we get our own office, we will then make that into a showroom so people can walk in and see our products in real life. Like I've seen a lot of comments, for instance, that people who bought the Phone 3, they were like, wow, it's much better in person. So I think it's probably that experience for the ecosystem over there.
What kind of teams are we going to be building over there?
For sure, commercial, right? Like how do we footprint in the US when it comes to sales? There's a lot of great software talent also in the US. So to what extent do we build our products in London? To what extent we build it in San Francisco? That's still like something we're thinking about. But we're definitely going to speak to people and see who's available over there.
There was another post about us finally being stocked in Best Buy. How big of a deal is this for the company?
Pretty big deal. It's like the main chain people buy electronics in the US. Partnership has been great. One thing is that the US market just doesn't have a lot of competition. So I think our entrance there will be quite interesting.
Yeah. Quite recently, Phone 4B and Ear 3A went to market. What has been the response?
Ear 3A is too early to tell because the audio products, they have a way longer life cycle than a phone. It takes more time for them to ramp up in terms of sales per day. And then it's like very stable, whereas the phone, the cycles are a lot shorter. So we need some more time to observe the 3A. I think it's a really good product. We were also quite nervous about the 4B, like how well will it sell, given that we've had to increase the price by quite a lot. On launch day, it did double our target and it's looking very healthy. And I mean, it's not just the 4B, like the 4A, 4A Pro, we've had to increase the prices a couple of times this year already. It's good to see the demand. I think it's broken.
We like it broken. It's all good.
Yeah, despite increasing the price a couple of times this year, demand has been solid. It hasn't fallen. But we're pretty lucky, it's happening this year for us. If this memory thing happened 2 years ago when our brand was much smaller, I'm not sure things would have gone very well.
Yeah, I know we had a good chat about the cost of RAM and NAND about 6 months ago, but now we're into H2. How has it all played out from your POV?
Exactly what we said. I think last time we said maybe it went up by 3 to 4x.
Yeah.
Now it's like 7 to 8x. As long as there's more demand for AI servers, RAM will keep going up. Give me 2 minutes we have a thing I need to check.
No worries. He's a busy man. There's no way he notices, is there? Let's see. All right. I'm seeing a lot of mixed sentiment online. A lot of people feel like maybe AI experiments are being pushed, quite aggressively onto people's devices. What's your kind of take on all of this?
We have the highest percentage of Gen Z, Gen Alpha users in the industry, and not gonna lie, AI has been tough on young people. So I understand there's a lot of anxiety in society about AI, and it's always been our mission to inspire human creativity by making tech fun. So when we think about AI, when we think about products, we always ask the question, is it getting us closer to our mission or not?
And do you feel like our approach with AI has been well received? We had like a slow rollout of the Essential Suite. We've done a few different things.
I think our ideas are pretty cool, but the execution...
What am I doing? Just like hitting the wrong wall.
Like Essential Apps is very ambitious and paints like a great vision of what the future will look like. So that part I think is inspiring to people, but I think our execution quality and speed can be a lot better.
And all this talk of software reminds me of what this video is meant to be all about. We're announcing NOS 5. What can you tell us about this update?
Since the Phone 1 days, we wanted to create hardware and software that feels like it belongs together. What?
Come on.
We had a really cool industrial design language that we set with the Ear 1. We had that same language for the Phone 1, but we wanted the software to also feel like it came from the same company, the same user experience. So that's why we built the Nothing OS initially, and then over the years it's evolving together with our products. Nothing OS 5.0 is the latest evolution of that product. We've been gradually evolving our industrial design language, and Nothing OS 5.0 is also evolving from a design perspective. It's looking really good.
Do you guys mind if I just take a quick call?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be back in a sec. Whose go is it?
Oh, it's my turn.
Okay. I'm really excited about NOS 5 from the previews I've seen, the Figma files. It looks like there's like pretty substantial design changes this time. What is it that you're most looking forward to about this release?
I think, wait, it's really hard to do it straight. I mean, one of the features that people really like is that they're able to customize their OS experience in a way that's very aesthetic. It's hard to make it ugly, right? And a lot of people are customizing it, sharing their lock screens and home screens. And Nothing OS 5.0 has a lot of new customization features that I'm pretty excited about. But there's a lot of changes, so you should probably speak to Dan about it.
Okay, I will do. We've got to get it, right?
So I have to win.
Kinda.
It's rigged.
Great game.
Yeah, good game.
Guess I'll go and chat to Dan.
Okay, I'll see you around.
See you in a bit. All right there, Dan. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, hey, Rob.
How's it going?
All right, how are you?
Yeah, I just had a game of pool with Carl for some reason.
Oh, yeah? Do our audience like pool?
No. So, Nothing OS. It's been around for a few years now, but before we talk about 5.0 in particular, maybe you can just remind us, what was the original intent for Nothing OS?
Well, the first few versions of Nothing OS were really about establishing foundations that reflected what we're doing in our phones. So keeping things a clean and minimal version of Android that everyone loves with a few considered improvements. Over time, we've added some more Nothing stuff. So we've brought in a lot of widgets, we've brought in a lot of our own design language, we've also brought in the Essential series of apps. And in this update, what we want to do is really bring all of that together, make it one much more cohesive experience, which sets us up well for the future. In future, we think that people won't be using the apps that they're used to so much, they'll be interacting with the operating system a lot more. And that means that the operating system needs to be really slick and easy to use. It also needs to reflect their own preferences, their style, and how they like to interact with stuff. So So this is really a good foundation for that next generation.
So we definitely have some lofty ambitions for the future of Nothing OS in particular, but when people download Nothing OS 5, what are going to be some of the first things that they notice with this release?
From a design point of view, our devices will feel like one complete product. So the hardware will feel much closer to the software, and the software will feel much more coherent with itself. So we've brought in the Geist font that we were using in the playgrounds, that's now in our operating system as well, is all coming together in one Nothing ecosystem. One of the things that we've introduced is a lot more transparency. So you'll see that interface elements like widgets sit on top of your wallpaper in a way that feels like there's depth and connection. We've looked at all of the different design elements from typography and icons and colors, and we've applied it to all parts of the system. So from the camera and gallery, to widgets, to the settings pages, to the launcher itself. So it feels like a much more upgraded experience.
So with all these system-wide design changes, what are users going to be able to do in terms of customization?
Well, quite a lot. We want people to feel like it's really their phone, but also still has that kind of nothing feeling to it. If you look at the lock screen with two of our clock faces, one of them is very smooth and slick, designed forward. One of them is very detailed, feels a bit like you're interacting with a terminal. They kind of represent either ends of a spectrum of what you could do on a Nothing phone. We're also making it easier to set your Nothing phone up to look cool and exciting, just like you see it in the shop. So we're improving the onboarding, we're introducing batch editing so that you can move the elements on your interface around more easily. And we've introduced a glyph app. Loads of people love our glyphs, but sometimes they find it a little tricky to get it set up the way they want to. So we're putting that in an app, front and center. We also know that people want to spend time away from their phone, connect with the real world. So we've introduced a widget which is an away time tracker. And we know people like to have a little bit of fun as well. So we've introduced a collections widget that allows you to take pictures of things you love, have them appear on your own screen, a bit like a sticker.
So we've talked a lot about how the OS is going to look, but how's it going to feel?
We've refined interactions across the whole system, from animations, touch response, multitasking in the background. It's going to be a really smooth experience.
We alluded to Essential earlier, but what is new with our Essential suite in OS 5?
So the Essential suite was built around a core philosophy of removing friction and making your device more useful. So we recently introduced Essential Voice, which is a way of you interacting with your phone through voice rather than through a keyboard. And we're continually updating that. So that means that the models are always improving. That means that latency is getting better. That means that the transcription is getting much more accurate. We're also always improving Essential Space. This is an area for you to organize your thoughts and ideas and all of the stuff on your device that you can't normally find. We're introducing smart collections. That allows you to organize things much more easily. And we're introducing an MCP. If you're a very AI forward person, that allows you to get your AI and connect it to your Essential Space, get all of that information out and put it into your AI.
Okay.
So we're also ramping up the Essential Apps beta program. Essential Apps is a way that you can vibe code widgets to put on your phone. And as a part of the beta program, we're now introducing an app to the phone where you can do this from your device. So I built myself a metronome so that I can practice guitar at home. A friend of mine built something that is a morning routine planner that tells them their route to work and what the weather's like and their first morning meeting. And we're hoping that this is our first step towards people being able to really customize their devices and make them their own.
And Carl mentioned that this new version is being based on Android 17. So what improvements does this bring?
Well, there are a few features, like we're allowing users to separate quick settings and notifications. We're improving screen recording, and we're bringing in the new emojis. And those are 3D emojis.
I like the
Sasquatch
one.
those. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them a lot. But there are also lots of system level improvements with Android 17. It improves privacy and security, it improves device level stuff like Bluetooth. It's a really important update. And our job is to take that and make it feel like a really Nothing OS experience.
Okay, so Dan, with everything we've covered today, what's one thing you want people to take away from this new version?
Well, it brings together all of the different ideas that we've had over the years. It ties the software and hardware nicely together, and it brings in lots of exciting new features. We can't wait to get it into people's hands.
Okay, and for those that are itching to give it a try, what do they need to do?
So from tomorrow, they can go to nothing.tech and join the beta program. Give us some feedback, give me a hard time. Starts with phone 3.
Okay.
And then rolls out to other phones.
All right. Well, should we go and have a game of pool?
Sounds good. Don't you mean a meeting?
Yes.